I'm not even saying that a go bag would even have been of any help without some type of warning system or whatever. Even if you did have the warning system, like Kim said, most people are asleep. Do you even hear that going off?
And what they're figuring out is that in the settings on the iPhone, you have to go in and turn it on to get those local alerts. Went about 10,000 feet up. Do I call it Middle Mountain?
It's Middle Mountain.
Okay, Middle Mountain. And it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. We were on some ATV trails. We've never done anything like that.
Yeah, it's on BLM land.
We are pizza people. And we just haven't found really any good pizza here.
Welcome to 99 Adventures, the podcast where the campsite stories are all about the RV lifestyle. We're your hosts, Alan and Kim, fellow lovers of all things RV living. Here on 99 Adventures, we explore the highs and pickups of life on wheels, whether it's discovering hidden gems off the beaten path or tackling the realities of RV living. But we're not just about the travel, we're about the taste too. In every episode, we'll cook up something special right from the RV kitchen or campsite. So get hooked up, grab your skillet, and let's hit the road. It's time for 99 Adventures, where the journey and the flavors never stop.
Welcome to another episode of 99 Adventures. We don't have anything cooking, but we cooked. Yesterday we had fried pork chops and
Chicken fried steak
and mashed potatoes. Alan made a mess.
Yep, I did.
I'm still trying to clean it, oil up. That got splattered.
Some got on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, I forgot to clean that.
Yeah.
Anyway, just fry that stuff outside. So on this episode of 99 Adventures, we are gonna jump into the biggest thing that's been on our minds since the 4th of July, because this really has hit close to home, is the devastating floods in the hill country of Texas. And ironically enough, our last episode, we released it a couple of days before the 4th, I think we released it on Wednesday, was about a go bag and being prepared in the event of an emergency of something just like that there is no warning. You just have to grab what you can grab and go. Yeah. And the floods, just a little recap, took a lot of folks by surprise. Holiday weekend.
3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. They are saying that the National Weather Service did send out an alert around 1:30 time frame. And from...
No, at 1:30, at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, at 4 o'clock.
I can say that there's a good chance we wouldn't have heard an alarm like that, because my phone's on Do Not Disturb at night, except for the few people in my favorites that can get through. It's just been a huge tragedy. The 27 girls and campers and camp counselors at Camp Mystic, it's been confirmed at this point that there were 27 that perished in the floods. And that camps, especially in the hill country, just a really big deal in Texas. I have a really good friend who was a counselor there at Camp Mystic, and Ashlyn, our daughter, said that she has known a lot of her friends that attended Camp Mystic over the years and during the summers and everything. Like it's been said, it's an institution. Generations of people have gone there.
It's not just the camps. It's, number one, it was July 4th weekend. And so where this flood occurred was essentially from Kerrville, Texas, all the way to Canyon Lake. And so you're talking, as a crow flies, about 120-mile stretch of river. On any given weekend in that area along the Guadalupe, there are thousands of people, not just at camps, summer camps, but RV parks, camping along the side of the Guadalupe. And so you can imagine what the population was like for July 4th weekend. The floods, like I said, about 120-mile stretch. But the flooding didn't occur necessarily or start in Kerrville. That's where literally, not everybody's life is important, but the largest population of people would have been from Kerrville to Canyon Lake. But the actual flooding started around Hunt, Texas. Massive amounts of water dropped in that watershed. Literally, this river went from almost nothing to 27 feet in less than 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is literally a wall of water that is going from Hunt into Kerrville and on into Canyon Lake. And so everything in its path was just devastated. I don't need to school everybody on how a flash flood works, but I think really the most important thing to take away is that just because you're camping in a specific area, you're not always going to know the area that you live in. We know that area because that's where we're from. We home base out of Medina, Texas. So it's really close to where we home base. And we know that flash flooding occurs in the hill country because it's lots of hills and rocky type surfaces and water just flows right off of it. So I think the main point is that when you're going camping, while it's good to pay attention to where you're going's weather, it's also good to be cognizant of the weather around and how that weather around you is going to affect you. Same thing happens out in desert country, flash floods, right? You could be camping in a dry riverbed. Well, it's named that riverbed that has no water in it is a named river for a reason, because when it rains 200 miles away, that water is going to fill that river basin up. And so I think
Which has been happening
And so
in New Mexico.
yeah, there's another round going on right now in Texas. It's literally round 3. And so right now it's a different part. It's not Kerrville, it's not the Guadalupe Basin, but it's other rivers that.
But it's right next to it.
But it's right next to it. But those rivers were completely dry. And now they look like the Colorado River with rapids and everything. It's a double-edged sword. We need the water.
Major drought.
Major drought.
And
that
still a major drought with even what's occurred, the amount of rainfall that has occurred, there is still a lot of the area around there that's considered under
Yeah,
major
you hate
drought.
to see any kind of loss of life. And again, it's a double-edged sword. We need the rain. We always need it. You don't ever want to see anybody get hurt. Unfortunately, that's what happened. But it goes back to our point, and ironically enough, our last episode talking about a go bag, right? And the time of morning that occurred, I'm not even saying that a go bag would even have been of any help without some type of warning system or whatever. Even if you did have the warning system, like Kim said, most people are asleep. Do you even hear that going off? But I would like to think that if we did get some kind of warning, that we would have something just to leave the RV and get out as quickly as possible, right?
Sure.
Because it could have very well have been us camping at an RV park
Along the Guadalupe.
along the Guadalupe. It's a
have,
very, very, very popular destination for RVers.
One of the things that we probably didn't mention, I don't think we mentioned in the last episode for an emergency preparedness, was to have a NOAA weather radio. And I had put that off a little bit about getting one. But after this, we are going to get one off of Amazon. The Midland NOAA emergency weather radio, Midland, they're a US based company. We're going to order one from Amazon and just have that as an extra piece in our emergency preparedness bag. That way, if we know there's going to be weather, at least we can have that out and ready to go, and in case it happens overnight, and it can provide those alerts and things like that. The other thing that has come up a lot in all of this is that a lot of people have said that they didn't get the warnings from the National Weather Service. And what they're figuring out is that in the settings on the iPhone, you have to go in and turn it on to get those local alerts. So if this isn't your local area, you're just on vacation there, you may not get those weather alerts because you're not local.
It's GPS enabled.
Yeah. I'm putting up on the screen right now how to go in the iPhone. You just go to the settings, go to the notifications. You're going to scroll all the way down, and it says government notifications. There's the Amber Alert. There's emergency notifications. You go in there and just make sure that is toggled. And I apologize, but we do not have Android phones, so I'm not exactly sure how it would work on an Android.
Just Google it.
Yeah.
It'll be easy. But a lot of people, what they're saying on the news, a lot of people, they opt out of those. They don't want to be bothered by the weather alerts and stuff. And this is one instance where probably want to be woken up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. As we sit here and record this, we're watching the news.
Flash floods
on
behind
the
us.
flash floods in Texas that's going on in
At the Frio.
in the Frio River right now, and it looks exactly like the Guadalupe did,
A week
ago.
Yeah.
And
2 weeks
so
ago. A week ago.
I don't believe that anybody has lost their life in this one. I think
No.
there was enough forewarning, and people were
little
real
more.
gun shy about the whole deal. So I don't believe anybody, but there's been a lot of people in the past on that same exact river that we're watching right now, the Frio River, and
We've camped at.
exactly RV gets swept away, people get swept away. So you got to pay attention, not just to your local weather, but what's happening 200 and 300 miles away from you. Sometimes, and areas are different. Like we said, we're specifically talking about the hill country where flash floods do occur, and they happen quickly because of the flat, rocky surfaces and everything. So if you're going to go to an area that's similar to that, so kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Alan said, how many miles from the Guadalupe to Canyon Lake? 120 or
From Kerrville,
Yeah, I mean from Kerrville. Yeah.
probably 120 miles, I would say.
And on July 3rd, the day before everything happened, Canyon Lake was only 46% full. Currently it's 64% full, and it was 63% full the next day. So
That's how
July
much water.
4th.
That's how much water. That's that wall of water that we're talking about. So,
but our hearts go out to everyone that's been personally affected. I do know some folks there in Hunt that their property was affected and impacted, and actually responders have been using their property to set up camp and things like that. Of course, here, even though Texas is this big state, it's like everybody knows somebody who knows somebody that has been personally impacted.
yeah, on this
they're out
particular
of
one
this.
for sure because of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're continuing to keep everyone in our prayers, and the first responders and all of that, just as the recovery and the rebuilding finishes and continues for years probably to come.
Yeah, absolutely years.
Yeah. On a lighter note, we also wanted to talk about a couple of adventures we've been on in the last couple of weeks since we put out our last episode. Just this past weekend, we went and rented four-wheelers and headed up into the mountains. We went about 10,000 feet up. Do I call it Middle Mountain?
It's Middle Mountain.
Okay, Middle Mountain. And it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. We were on some ATV trails. We've never done anything like
Yeah,
that.
it's on BLM land. Bureau of Land Management owns that. Well, we all own that area of land. So they have trails cut out throughout the whole. They're clearly marked. It was a good time.
Yeah,
We did a 4-hour trip. We used every bit of the 4 hours.
we did.
Yeah.
And it gets up there, like I said, about 10,000 feet. And certain parts overlook Vallecito Lake.
Vallecito.
And we rode all the way up to this little town. It was a town back in the late 20s, not for very long. Apparently, it was like an old mining town, and we're going to go back up there probably and bring our bikes and ride up all the way into where the little town was. We only went as far as where the sign was and the gate to go further up. But it was an old mining town back in the late 20s, and it didn't really,
It never amounted to anything.
yeah,
So
the little community. And so it's called Tuckerville. So we just had a blast, and I'm running footage right now over this and just us on the four-wheelers. The other thing we did last week was we went to Pagosa Springs, Colorado. And that's about an hour from here, or an hour and a half.
it's only 40-something miles.
Yeah, so it's about an hour.
Yeah,
It's about an hour from here. And of course, it's really well known for its hot springs. And we didn't get an opportunity to do that yet, but I do want to do that. I do want to go and do the hot springs. And you don't have to come with me, because I know you don't really like that,
No, not my thing.
but I want to do it. We just walked the streets a little bit. They're doing major construction on the main road of Pagosa, and they're like digging up the entire road and resurfacing.
Kind of mess.
Yeah,
Mess right
a
now.
lot of traffic, and it was hard to get to a lot of the shops.
That was over July 4th weekend too, wasn't it? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
July 4th weekend.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was on.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of nice shops to go to, and you just walk around.
The San Juan River that runs through Pagosa is public water, so you can float that area all the way through town on you have to rent a tube, and then you can get in wherever you want and just
But it's
float.
free.
It's free, yeah. So
Yeah.
there was
They
lots
call
of
it-
people in there.
Yeah, Nathan's Hippie Dip Hot Springs. It's kind of what it's called, but it's the San Juan River. And it's right there at Centennial Park. And you can go up a little bit more further up from Centennial Park, but you can go right there at Centennial Park. They have restrooms, picnic alongside the bank, that kind of thing. We're probably going to do that potentially in a couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
We have family coming, and so we're going to be doing a couple of things. That's what we've been doing. Leading up to that is figuring out what we're going to, all the little activities that we're going to take part in. We ate at Mountain Pizza and Tap Room.
Is that what the name was?
Yeah. And got pizza, obviously. It was okay. Meh.
No,
No. Okay.
no.
That has been probably the hardest thing. We are pizza people, and we just haven't found really any good pizza here.
I think we're gonna have to go to
Ouray.
or can't remember the other town that was supposed to have a good pizza place, but I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll get up there.
Yeah.
We're still keeping with take our time doing things, right? We don't need to do something every single weekend, every day of the weekend.
But
we could,
there's
but we
so
don't.
much to do.
But we don't, because our plan is to come back here next year for the summer and do a little bit more. And then if we decide to come back, then we'll finish up. But there's so much to do here. We're just going to take our time doing it. So,
Yeah. But if anybody knows any good pizza around here, please let us know.
yeah.
Because we've been hard pressed.
That and our HEB
Yeah.
and the prices at HEB
Yeah.
versus where we're at, kind of crazy.
We've been
difference.
spoiled with the grocery shopping. You do get spoiled with the grocery shopping. If you're in Central Texas, South Texas, HEB is pretty much the only game in town for the most part.
And I'm okay with that.
I wanted a rotisserie chicken, and I could always just go to HEB and get an already cooked rotisserie chicken. I went to the little store in Bayfield. Nope, nothing. I went to the Walmart in Durango. Nope, nothing. Finally found one at the Walmart in Pagosa Springs. And I'm like, I just wanted a rotisserie chicken. Like, I guess I'm going to have to cook it myself. Or you
I
are.
just don't eat rotisserie chicken.
But I made a really good recipe with it. I used it to make this macaroni
Yeah, that was pretty good.
tacos, chicken, macaroni dish.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a recipe, but then I made it up myself. So anyway, back to Pagosa Springs. We just walked around. Oh, there was the arts and crafts show type thing with vendors out at Centennial Park. So we went through that and just looked around, found some good smoked or summer sausage stuff, and
Yeah.
I got a little t-shirt that I'm enjoying, and that was it. I mean, it was okay. I think with all the construction, it put a damper on
Kind of
it.
a damper to it. So
Yeah,
it was okay. I don't think we'll go back, but
unless it's to go for the hot springs.
yeah.
So that's a couple of things that we've been doing over the last couple of weeks. Of course, I work full time from the rig, and Alan's doing the work camping thing, and it's been pretty busy here at the park. We've just been enjoying everybody here at the park. Alan's been fly fishing and catching trout and things like that. So we've just been doing some of that low key stuff too.
Yeah. The main point of this video is, again, just re-emphasizing the preparedness part of being out, not necessarily just in an RV, right? We happen to be in an RV, but just in general and being prepared from a supply standpoint and from a logistical standpoint. So
Yeah.
go back and look at our other video. We talk about,
I'll leave a link.
yeah, we talk a lot about what we have, and then we're talking now about the things that we're going to add to those bags, and then just go from there. It's a work in progress. You can add and take away as you need, but just be prepared. I'm, again, looking at this flooding
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So,
And apparently the governor had a briefing on the statewide response to all the flooding, because it's not just been in the hill country, but it's also been in the Austin area, west of Austin and east of San Antonio, a little north of Austin as well. So it's just been a lot in central Texas. A lot of rain, a lot of flooding, and
lots of lives lost.
a lot of lives lost. Yeah. I will leave a link if you feel the need to donate, especially for Kerr County and Kerrville. I think the name of it's the Texas Hill Country Foundation, something like that. I will leave a link. And if you feel compelled to provide some support, they're saying that's the support that they need right now. They have all the resources. They have they have the people. HEB is providing food. They've gotten donations of materials and things like that. And so at this point, and for right now, the monetary piece is what's most needed. Feel compelled to give. I'll include a link to that foundation that has been
There's
the go-to.
tons of foundations.
Yeah, I mean, you
There's
can do the
tons of them.
American Red Cross as
You
well.
pick one.
Yeah.
You just picked.
There's also pets. I might include a few that I know of that the proceeds will go directly to those affected. So, all right. Well, another journey comes to a close on 99 Adventures. So, here's to RV life, tasty meals, and the adventure still waiting for us.
All right. Peace.
Enjoy your next adventure, and bon appetit.